Here is the unboxing and wall mount installation of the Samsung N950. This is the new 7.1 surround sound, and it's brilliant. It's quite heavy. That box was quite heavy to get up the stairs. Comes with the main sound bar and two side speakers and one subwoofer. For the side speaker and the subwoofer, all you really need is the power cables. It all connects automatically to the main bar. The soundbar itself needs power, HDMI, ARC, and I've put the 4K Blu-ray player directly into it as well. This small box has the actual brackets for mounting to the wall, which I'll show you how to do shortly. Two of them. This is actually the measuring piece of paper which you attach to the wall, which gives you a guide on how to screw it in. Here's all the power cables. You get 4 in total. One for each of the side speakers, one for the soundbar, and one for the subwoofer. This is the remote, which is very similar to the smart remote you get with the Samsung TV. Of course, you get instructions with it as well. This is the subwoofer. And those are the side speakers. The side speakers have front firing and upwards firing speakers as well, so even though they are behind you, you still get the feeling of them firing up towards the ceiling. The subwoofer is quite heavy. It gives out a good solid punch to it as well, and you can control the levels of all that quite easily from the remote. The good thing about the subwoofer is that because it's not cabled, you can literally put it anywhere in the room that you want, rather than before where it had to be within cable distance of the actual sound bar. So that is a very good thing actually. Everything did come very well packaged. I had no concerns about anything breaking in transit, even though you could see from my box at the start was quite damaged on one side. There was so much polystyrene lit. It probably wouldn't have been damaged in transit, but I did check it. So those are the side speakers, which, as you can see from just behind the grill there, have forward firing, and on the top they actually have upward firing as well. The subwoofer, goodness knows how many speakers are behind it, but it gives out a good punch. So this is the new N950, which actually has side firing speakers. So that's the side speakers which go behind you. Just literally a power cable goes into them. So here's me getting the wall ready for the brackets. That piece of paper attached to the wall is actually provided in the back. So all I'm doing here is just drilling straight through the hole, which is detailed on the actual piece of paper, which is really good because there's nothing worse than not really knowing if you're drilling in the right place. So it does take quite a bit of drilling with just an ordinary battery powered drill. If you have a powered drill which comes straight from the mains, that will be more powerful, but be prepared to spend a good 10 to 15 minutes actually drilling into the wall. After you've drilled the holes, you should be using a very long raw plug and a long screw as well, because the soundbar weighs over 2 kilograms. You need to make sure that this thing is going to hold. So here I am just screwing in the provided attachments. The one on the left I actually screwed in a bit too much, so it was harder to get on. So once I checked that everything was okay and it was in line and it worked, you actually take the brackets off once you make sure that everything's in line and you're happy with it. I'm just checking that everything lined up there. So now you take the brackets off the wall and actually attach them to the soundbar here. They provide the small screws, so all you need to do is just take a hand drill. Don't use an electric drill for this in case you go too hard. So just hand drill manually the screw in until it's nice and tight. So do it for the left hand side and do it for the right hand side. Make sure it is a nice flush connection, because obviously this is quite an important part to hold it on. So it's nice and tight, both sides, everything's aligned. So now what you're going to do is, with the brackets on the soundbar, you want to try and slot it over the provided attachments which are screwed into the wall at the moment. This is quite fiddly, and because the soundbar is over 2 kilograms, you want to ideally have two people, because you'll see shortly that I was concentrating so much on the left hand side that the right hand side slipped off. There was no danger, but it scratched the wall a little bit, and if I hadn't been paying attention it could have fallen all the way to the ground and possibly done some damage. So if you've got two people available, you want to use that, you want to get them to help. Slotting the bracket onto the actual attachments in the wall is a little bit fiddly, but once you're on, it feels really secure. And the provided instructions made it absolutely level, which was great. It was bang in the middle. So after I had it all installed, all the cables up, I tried Dunkirk, which has got an Atomos sound system, and it was brilliant. You could genuinely hear the sounds from the side, above, the bass. It was all fantastic. I genuinely could not believe from one sound bar that you could get such realistic